This is the hottest little BMW SUV you can buy today, and it's no other than the 2024 BMW X1 M35i. It is of course xDrive, even if it doesn't say so, and a better xDrive since the front gets a mechanical limited slip differential. Under the hood, you get a puffed up 2.0-liter 4-cylinder B48 engine that makes 312 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission and lots of fake iconic pops and burbles in sport mode. Pedal to the metal with launch control, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 5.5 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour in 5.1, and as you can assume, it's quite quick. It's not as powerful as a GLA 45 AMG. It compares to the 35 AMG, which is also similarly priced. The X1 versus the GLA is bigger and softer, but that doesn't mean any less sporty. There are a few things that have totally impressed me with this X1, and here they are. First of all, the torsional rigidity is from another planet. You go over bumps and it feels like the car is one solid piece. There are absolutely no squeaks, no rattles. It just moves around as one solid piece. It's really impressive. Also, it's the first time you get the adaptive M suspension as part of the standard equipment, I might say. It works wonderfully well, but unfortunately, with the new BMW My modes, you cannot configure how they work. They're sport in sport and comfort in personal. Another thing I like a lot are these optional M Sport seats. They have this illuminated M logo. They feel so good. They're so comfortable, so supportive. They're great. They're powered, so fully worth the money. The next thing I would like to mention is from the back seat, they do kind of take up a lot of space and kind of block the view, but anyway, who cares? The other thing that I would like to point out, which is not very impressive, is the new iDrive 9, because now, as you can see, we have no iDrive controller. Been a very long time since I've seen the BMW with no iDrive controller, and to be honest, the new system, it's not a bad system for somebody that's new to BMW, but for somebody that has a BMW and is already used to iDrive, like version 6 was perfect, 7 was pretty good, 8 and 9, meh. So now all the control, the climate control stuff is integrated on the bottom. You can swipe down for your shortcuts. You can swipe from the right to see like basic functions like the map and my modes. Or you have the fixed menu now on the left, which is the media, telephone, navigation. You have a climate menu, you have your home button, and you can toggle between home and CarPlay. And of course, you have the apps button that reveals a whole bunch of apps. And yeah, good luck finding anything you want here on the go. It's kind of complicated. With the iDrive, it was so intuitive because you could just not reach all this way down to the screen. Like, it's a little bit far. Again, it's not bad, but for somebody that's, let's say, that's had iDrive 6 or 7, coming here, it's going to be a little bit of a put-off. The instrument cluster is fabulous. It looks very nice. It's all digital, of course, has all the information you need. You have a heads-up display right above it, all good there. You have a very nice sport-looking wheel, and at first glance, it just looks like a regular M Sport wheel, but then if you look closer, the design is actually crazy. You have these gaps, like it's, I don't know, it's a really good looking wheel, and it feels really good to hold on to. And it has massive paddle shifters with red accents on them. And if you look carefully, the left one says boost. So let me tell you a little bit about boost. Now the My modes, which is the driving modes, you have to click My modes, and then you have to actually pick it from here. So personal, sport, efficient. Actually, if you want sport, you have to double tap because you have to activate it because it partially disables the stability control. So it's not the easiest thing to switch between your My modes. So what I do is usually I drive it in efficient, and then whenever I need sport mode, you just click and hold the left one for 1 second, and then you have 10 seconds of full sport mode, which is called Sport Boost. It's pretty cool, actually. So it's kind of sugarcoating the problem with the My mode, so it's kind of like putting perfume over your stinky armpits. But I'll take it over nothing. The front brakes have 4 piston calipers and they look fantastic. The brake pedal is another thing that's amazed me. It's a fantastic brake pedal. Like, the feel is just amazing. The brakes work really well themselves. From 100 kilometers an hour to 0, it came to complete stop in 36 meters, which is a really good measurement. Last thing I want to say about the steering is that in efficient and whatever, it feels light, completely dead, no feedback. In sport mode, it gets a little bit heavier. But again, there's really no communication. So thank God the steering wheel itself feels nice to hold on to, because other than that, like, it's not very communicative. Like, you put it in sport mode, gets heavier-ish. But again, not my favorite wheels, to be honest. Roominess is very good for the category. 4 adults will sit totally fine. A third in the back might be a bit of a squeeze, but at least headroom and legroom are both very good. No heated seats, of course, but you do get USB ports to charge your stuff. And the other little drawback is that the rear door handles are not comfort access enabled. The trunk has a power liftgate and great capacity, so more points scored there. On the road now, people from the outside will look at a very sporty SUV with a popping color and angry styling elements like the M Sport grille at the front, the 20-inch wheels, big brakes, sport diffuser and M Sport elements in the back, while inside they will see a smiling driver. That could be for 2 reasons. A, he or she is driving in efficient mode and enjoying 8.5 liters per 100 kilometers on average fuel economy and a very comfortable ride, or he or she will be driving in sport mode and enjoying instant throttle response, instant gear changes, lots of iconic sound, pops and burbles. Some of it is real, most of it is fake. But you know what? This car, oh my god, it's fun to drive. You know what I really like about this car? How something so comfortable transforms itself to something really freaking sporty. I actually really freaking love this car. And see, even in sport mode, over bumps, it's still very comfortable. Still feels super solid. I love how this car feels. It's not like the most hardcore machine. Like if you get a GLA 45, for example, it's a lot more hardcore than this. But you know what? This is like the perfect balance between quality, reliability actually, because this engine is one of the most reliable BMW engines, and absolute freaking fun. This chassis absolutely loves to be abused, and for that reason I think it really deserves the M badge. Now, this comes at a hefty price tag. Prices in Canada start at $57,500. As tested, this is around $65,000. In the US, prices start at around $50,000. So it's not cheap, but what's cheap these days? Overall score, I'll give it a 9 out of 10, with the only drawback being like the little pricing situation. But again, what do you expect? This BMW is one of the most reliable ones out there. It's very good looking, it's comfortable, it's built really well, and it has driving characteristics that match the expectations. Between this and the GLA 35 AMG, I would pick this one overall, as it's the better car. But if you're hardcore and you still want an SUV, which actually doesn't make much sense, but whatever, then maybe the GLA will excite you a little bit more. So that's pretty much it for today with the 2024 BMW X1 M35i. I am now back in efficient mode and saving some of that premium gasoline that it requires. But you know what? This is exactly the highlight of this vehicle. You can enjoy it as a daily driver, guilt-free. It's actually pretty good on gas. Small tank, 54 liters, even with gas prices soaring. I filled it up with like $80, so not that bad. So all good here. Hope you like this video. Please remember to share it with your friends, subscribe. Till next time, be well. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Perfect.